This is Hannibal back from my 23rd day in a row of working out, getting my strength back for my big match June 29th in Napanee, Ontario. But let me jump into the daily wrestling news. The Undertaker says he thinks the WWE draft could have been more compelling. Keep in mind, he's under contract to WWE. He said, if you expect the fan base to want to watch it for 2 nights, to be completely honest, there wasn't a whole lot of change really. I heard that it's like 85% the same people on each roster, and SmackDown got the lowest rating of the year last Friday. So Triple H's wonderful creative we keep hearing about. Apparently, I have no idea who this is, but Scripps is apparently has been wrestling for WWE. It's going to be a free agent as of June 1st. I have no idea who that is. Apparently, there was a lot of rumors Minnesota was going to host WrestleMania. It's not official, but it looks like it could very well be Las Vegas again. Of course, that's where UFC is based, and I don't know where TKO is based, but they own UFC and WWE. So there's got to be a reason behind that as well. Of course, it's a very cheap city to fly into for international travelers. Chris Jericho is in Winnipeg tonight to face Shibata, and there was only about 3,600 tickets pre-sold. They had 7,000-ish last time they were in Winnipeg. Of course, Kenny Omega is returning to AEW after a long absence tonight in Winnipeg, and it's Don Callis's hometown. So you'd think with those three being top stars in AEW, that they could do a bit better pre-sale than 3,600. Apparently, Chris Jericho, according, I haven't seen it, but I've seen the gifs or whatever you want to call it of Chris Jericho having a lot of botches in matches lately, and people are saying he's stale in AEW, and they think that he should go back to WWE where he'd be fresh again. But I actually looked it up, and he recently signed a contract extension, so he's going to be with AEW through December 2025. So he's going to be there quite a while. He's not going anywhere. So don't expect to see him going anywhere. Even if I guess there was chance last week in Jacksonville for him to retire. So the other bizarre thing to note, and I can only imagine AEW did this on purpose, is for the recent AEW tapings in Quebec City, London, Ontario, and Ottawa, Ontario. And I'll put it up again. This is the actual poster from the arena. Chris Jericho was in the middle of the poster, and he was not on the events. That's false fucking advertising. John Moxley was also on the poster. Kenny Omega was on the poster. Christian was on the poster. Those are all main people. FTR was on the poster. Those are all people that were not there. So that's very dishonest. I mean, these guys are under contract. It's not like an independent show where like you're not paying them if they're not wrestling. It's like they're being paid to be under contract and you're advertising them and not using them. I know at least one person who commented that brought their kid to the collision in Ottawa just to see Chris Jericho, who's on the middle of the poster. There wasn't even any announcement why none of these guys were there. They got Moxley wrestling in like New Japan and CMLL, and not even the company that he's under contract to. Yes, AEW is on the air. I still haven't seen the Sandman Dark Side of the Ring. I'm probably gonna watch that. I I don't get AEW. I did do an interview with Simon Rochford, a long time Irish wrestling promoter. It was very interesting. It was over 2 hours. I did that this afternoon. Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Vampiro, Raven, Balls Mahoney. So many famous people went through Irish Whip Wrestling. He's got some great stories. WWE has used some of his footage. I put the link to that interview in the description. I've been doing my draft book entries, and the one that I did today, as I keep plowing through this draft book, already a couple authors that have been talking to me about actually putting it on paper. And of course, there may be more or less in the thing, but I went through the whole Pepsi battle and overcoming it and winning my court cases against that scumbag Larry Abdullah the Butcher Shreve, who was found guilty of negligence, assault, and battery related to doing that to me. By the way, he can also read. He's a liar. I have proof of that, but I'm not going to harp on it. It's just the chapter I'm at. I was at chapter 15 already today, so I'm plowing through this book. I got another UFO-related interview tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, Jack Kilby announced today that the Warlord is going to be coming to Great North Wrestling August 31st in Petawawa, Ontario, in the Ottawa Valley. WWE legend, the Warlord. And on top of that, the next one, as I mentioned at the top of this, June 29th in Napanee. This is why I'm training so hard. I'm gonna put on a hell of a match on this event. Really looking forward to it. Tickets on sale for both these events at ticketweb.ca. If you go to thehannibaltv.com, you can find more information about both of those events. It's going to be amazing. Somebody says, who's going to be the next wrestler to die? I have no idea. You can never predict who's going to die. From the mental midgets mystery injection. Oh my God, we still have someone talking about the COVID stuff. I mean, why worry about that? Honestly, who cares if you didn't get it? Why worry about it? It's your choice whether you get it or not. In Canada, we had very little rights but to get it. I left Canada during COVID for as long as I could and went down to Texas to wrestle, where I actually got very popular, wrestling for SWE Fury, company that only lasted 3 events once I left. But wish everybody a good night, and yeah, don't worry. Why the hell? Who cares who dies if they die from the injection or not? Honestly, who cares? If you didn't take it, why would you care about other people? The world is overpopulated anyways.
Thank you for watching The Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video, then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot